Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Mary Jo. Welcome if you're a newcomer. And thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, please do so by hitting the button below and also like. I do hope that these readings give you help and guidance and peace from Spirit. This is our Capricorn, solar return. So this covers anyone who has the sun in Capricorn, the moon in Capricorn, your ascendant in Capricorn, maybe your north node in Capricorn, or if you have a lot of energy and planets in the Capricorn energy, so you would be considered Capricorn centric. Okay, I do have all of the other solar returns for the other signs, so please feel free to look at them if that does tie into any of your solar aspects. But what I've been doing this year is a little different than last year. I'm laying out the tarot cards that indicate each sign. So these are the cards of Capricorn in the tarot. We have one of the court cards, two major arcana, and then we have three of the minor arcana. Now in Capricorn, the Queen of Pentacles indicates our Capricornian energy. Okay, this is the card that would represent Capricorn of the pages, knights, kings, and queens. We have our Queen of Pentacles. Now she's a very hardworking, diligent individual, very responsible and resourceful. She could be in service to others. She loves what she does. If it's a vocation or trade, anything, agriculture, arts, whatever it is, she's very good at manifesting and bringing into form sustainable growth, sustainable income, sustainable relationships. You see, with the Capricorn energy, it is that which will last, is grounded, okay, and fertile. Okay. And then next in the major arcana, we have the Devil. Now don't be frightened by this. The Devil card can be a very good card for many of us when we get this, because this card talks about self-imposed limitations. And this card is Capricorn. So in the story of the tarot, as we are each the Fool in the journey, when the Fool comes up to the point with the Devil, he sees people enchained, and he's horrified. But upon closer look, he sees they can free themselves at any time. So when he sees that, he asks Baphomet, or this creature that's there with him, what are you doing to them? He says, I'm doing nothing. These people choose to be in restraint for whatever this is in their life. And when they're free and ready to be free, they can free themselves from this, and then they go and climb the mountain. He sees all these other people climbing the mountains, like the goat, the glyph of Capricorn, rising to new heights. So this card talks about any self-imposed limitations, and we know that Capricornian people are very devoted to their goals when they're evolved, okay? It doesn't mean every Capricornian is perfect and hardworking and dedicated. There are shadow sides to everyone and every sign. But in the highest light energy, the Devil represents freedom from restraints. And that's what Capricorn would be, to climb new heights. The other card we have is the World. Now this is Saturn. This is the final of the major arcana in the deck. So this is where we all want to reach. We start out with the Fool, and we all want to wind up at the World, where we're dancing on top of the world. We feel like we've made it. Okay, we feel like we're there. This is our hard work paying off. This is our dedication. This is all of the things that we endured, we struggled through, we climbed to get to the top. And this is your time of joy and bliss and accolades and praise. This card is Saturn. And Saturn is like Father Time, old man time. It's old paradigms and shifts, but it is about maturation. It is about solid foundations. And it is truly a card of learning lessons with Saturn. Saturn is that teacher that doesn't let you go to the next grade until you pass the test for the grade you're in. So you did all the work to get to this point, and that's what the card is for the World. Now in the minor arcana, we have the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. Now let's see, I had it written down here. So with the Two of Pentacles, that would cover the different decanates. So there's 10, 20, 30 days. So each of the cards represents the days you were born, if you were born within the first 10, second 10, or third 10 days of the decanate. Now in the Tarot, we have with the Two of Pentacles, it looks like somebody juggling here. This is actually Jupiter in Capricorn, and this is December 21st or 22nd, depends on where it falls in the year, because Capricorn welcomes in our winter solstice in the Northern Hemisphere and summer solstice. In the Southern Hemisphere, it's a cardinal sign. It's a beginning sign. It welcomes in the new season. Okay, so this would be Jupiter in Capricorn, December 22nd to 30th, the Two of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles would be December 30th or 31st to January 9th, and that's Mars in Capricorn. Very intimidating, that. Mars in Capricorn. That's male drive, energy, generating ideas, action. And backed with Capricorn, it's like, you know, you put on a suit and you get your briefcase and you go out to conquer the world. And then we have our Four of Pentacles. This card would represent the third decanate, the last 10 days of Capricorn, which is January 10th or 11th to the 19th. And that is the Sun in Capricorn. Okay? And the Sun, we know, is our ego and our drive, putting things to hard work. So, you know, he's brought manifest into his world. This full moon is that harvested, things coming to a culmination or an end from your hard work and dedication. So just a brief interlude to introduce you to your cards in the Tarot. I just got to take this jacket off. It's all of a sudden getting too hot. And then I'm going to shift this over, so hopefully I don't make a mess here. Pardon me. And we'll get on to your reading. So each of the cards will represent 2 months roughly in your solar return. So we know that Capricorn is a feminine sign. Now it doesn't mean men who are Capricornian are feminine. Feminine means that you're receptive, okay, and reflective, all right? And you're an earth sign, so you're about grounding stability. You seek stability and grounding. You seek to have terra firma. You know, you really want to have security in your life, in all aspects of your life. And then your cardinal sign, which when we talked about that, we said it's a beginning. It starts things. And Capricorn does fall on the solstice so that it welcomes in the new season. Your key words are I use, okay? And your polarity, which is the opposite of you in the Tarot, doesn't mean in astrology, doesn't mean you don't get along. There is an equal and opposite energy to everything in the universe. So your polarity is Cancer, okay? Where Capricorn, you know, is about themselves and what they can do. You're determined, you're cunning, you know how to use your force and energy. You seek security. You seem to acquire things, you know, you're determined and you're quick to seize an opportunity. You're very reserved and prudent and patient, okay? Then we have, and so it's in the outer world that you want to see things and accumulate. Where Cancer is like the home, the opposite. It's very different where it's a sign of domesticity, okay? It's your home life. Cancerians, they seek security from the love and closeness of mates and family members. And Capricorn is the world at large, you know, approval, emotionally reserved, looking for praise, you know, and you look for honor. Cancer is that opposite sign where they're about the other and the loving, caring of what they can do in a home life, you know, with family. So there has to be that opposition. Also Cancer, the part of the body that you would rule would be the bones, your joints, specifically the knees. You ever see the goat or any cloven animals, their knees are like this bulbous kind of thing? You know, that's the part of your body that you rule. And also the skin. So it's the exoskeleton and the endoskeleton. And your sign is a goat, or in ancient times it was a sea goat. It's a different look. But either way, it's got the shape of the V, like for the beard of the goat in the old sign. And one circle is like the knee or the kneecap. And then the tail of the sea goat. Some of them look like a Z with a line through it, like the Led Zeppelin sign on the 4th album, Zofo, you know, and that's a different kind of feel, but it is for that of the goat and the sea goat. Alrighty, and let me see why they chose that. That glyph represents the goat, a sea goat, ancient symbol Capricorn. It pictures a human knee and circular kneecap, the part of the anatomy, the Capricorn rules. In symbolic terms, the glyph is two straight lines that meet one another, connected to a circle and a crescent. It represents the melding of authority and responsibility that is strengthened by both energy and passion. Okay, so that being said, that's stuff I had to read because I don't know that all by heart. And now we're going to go into the decanates. So when we talked about the different 10 days, all right, with this first 10 days for your birthday, for December, let's say 21st to December 31st, your keyword is responsibility, and the constellation for you is Corona Australis, the southern crown, the garland of the gods, and the constellation symbolizes commitment to knowledge. Your sub-ruler is Saturn. So both Saturn is your ruler and sub-ruler. And then the second 10 days would be our January 1st through the 10th. Your keyword is fairness. The constellation is Lyra, the harp, formed by the god Mercury from a tortoise shell. Lyra symbolizes harmony. And your sub-ruler is Venus. The third and final 10 days, or decadent, is January 10th or 11th through the 19th. And when I say 10th or 11th, because as the Earth on its elliptic spins, the day changes from the 21st to the 22nd for the equinox, and so it affects the signs also when you were born at that time. But anyway, your keyword is honor, and your constellation is Draco, the dragon, the seeing one, who guarded the golden apples. The dragon symbolizes observation and intuition. Your planetary sub-ruler is Mercury. So I hope that gave you an interesting background. And like I said, this goes for anyone who's Capricorn-centric. So these different energies may merge into you in one way or another. Okay, but let's see. Let's get started with your reading here. Okay, we start off with the first couple of months. We're going to do 2 months at a time here. And here we have the Four of Swords. Now, the Four is about completing something, ending something. It's like whatever it was you were manifesting, whatever it was that you were working on, you're complete in this endeavor. You're done with it. But it's also about resting and relaxation. For some of you, you may have been pushing yourselves a bit too much in the months prior, and you really need some rest. And it is about really taking care of yourself, and it would be also for your health. Now, we know that on the 19th of December, Saturn leaves Sagittarius after it's been there for almost 2.5 years, and it's entering your sign, Capricorn. And by the way, if you don't remember, Saturn rules Capricorn, so it's entering its home sign, your house. So it's dignified. It's a dignified guest. This is the ruler of that house. So of course it's going to affect you in many ways. I'm feeling it as a Saturn and Capricorn in my 7th house. And what's been going on planetarily, you know, it's in my 6th house. I'm saying, so it's really affecting me. But this is talking about you need to take a rest and step back for a bit. You've been working very hard at something. There is a lot of transformation going on with this whole situation, to be honest with you. You are growing from this. This is an experience, whether it was something that you deem as positive or not, was something that you needed to go through in your life and experience for where you're heading. It may have taken a lot out of you, though, I'm going to tell you. It might have been there was a time that you needed to pull back and you didn't. You stayed focused and driven on what you were doing, and it really took you for a loop. For some of you, it might have even been some crossed words or an argument or a quarrel. Maybe you're not speaking to each other. You know, the swords are not piercing you and killing you in this deck, but they're above you, so this is your mental realm. Okay, this has really been throwing you for a loop, and you've been worrying about this. But right now the sword is down at your side, so it's a time of either you don't continue the arguments or the craziness, the mental anguish. This is a time that you need to step back from this situation, person, place, or thing, and rest and regain your strength. We also see like this silver kind of energy here and this golden, so there is something transformational. This is a very alchemical process where we're looking at lead to gold, the raw state into the purest state. Now with the time frame for this card, because this is the Four of Swords, it's Jupiter and Libra. So this could have started back in October 13th to 22nd for some of you. If it hasn't already passed, it should be starting to lighten for you because it's Jupiter and Libra. For some of you, it did have to do with relationships, whether it was with a career relationship, a home life, family member, and it could even be with people at work. Maybe even something to do with your health. You expanded on this. So, you know, you wanted to keep it in check. Maybe you expanded on your health was not good and you didn't listen and you just let it go more. And maybe it was exacerbated by relationship problems you had. You know, like you can have an argument with family members or quarrels with people or just, you know, so much agita and strife with people. And even though you step back and get away from it, it's eating away at you, even though you think you're not going to get involved in it. And it causes dis-ease in your body and it makes you sick. That's what this kind of energy could be also for some of you. But we are blessed that this is passing for you. So this is the first 2 months, January, February. This will be ending and do take some downtime. If you can't afford a vacation or time off from work, do something, a staycation, do something nice for you around the house. Put your mental realm at rest. You know, if you're into it, you know, do like a little spa day for yourself. Do a facial, do your nails, or take a bath, or, you know, you want to go out hunting, or you're going to go out in the woods and walk. Whatever you would need to do to relax, this is the time to do it. Because I'm going to tell you, if you push this, you're really going to feel it hard. And especially in your joints or even in your skin, you'll break out rashes and hives. You know, you'll be irritating that, or your joints will be stiff or aching in the joints. You really want to avoid that. So this is about getting your mental realm grounded again, dear Capricorn. You want to stay level and grounded, okay? Maybe sometimes talking it out will help you too. When you say it out loud with other people, you hear it come out and you maybe talk to somebody about it and it'll help put ease in your life. And if you don't have that, you could always talk to Spirit, you know, and get yourself in a state of quiet contemplation and meditation to help you with that. But it will be ending. And for some of you, it is actually you're taking a vacation or you've got a weekend away, you're doing something to recoup and to heal. And next we have the Knight of Swords. When I saw these swords, I'm like, wow, that is so not Capricorn, all this sword energy, because you're usually not aloof and airy. You know, you're very grounded and stable and resolute and determined. And here you've got this, whoop, somebody comes flying into your life. Now, male or female, this is someone charging into your life. For some of you, they're saying this is a young, impetuous energy. And to me, this is 18 to 35, 39 tops. But if they're a little older and they're just immature, okay, or young for their age, that would be this individual. Very charming, very magnetic. They really know how to draw you in. They're very chatty. And to the extreme, they could be kind of gossipy. All right, but like they're really rushing headlong into your life. So put it into perspective for you. Either it's a love relationship that's charging in, but I'm going to tell you it's not going to last because this person is like, they ride in and they ride out. So be cautious, give yourself a heads up. If this is not a person for you in your life, this situation would be, there's great news coming to you rapidly. This is like something that's going to help clear the air. And if we're reflecting back to this card with this, you know, strife and stress and mental discontent, all right, this is the relief you've been waiting for. Maybe you'll hear the news that the situation is clearing, somebody wants to work it out with you, or it's the news you were waiting for, you were waiting about this job, or this career move, changing schools, and you're waiting to see if you're accepted, or if you got the grant. If you sold that house, maybe you're a real estate person and you're trying to sell all these properties. This is the news that's coming to you. It's going to be very quick and swift though. So be on your toes, be ready to ride, they're saying. You got to be ready to ride at this at a moment's notice because we don't want to lose this opportunity. But I can't see a Capricorn swaying on this. Just know that this is mental clarity also with this. This is very wise, clear energy coming to you. Even if it's something you're inexperienced with, they're saying, you're going to make clear-cut, clean choices, which I would not doubt you would do. But this is really like cutting through all the BS of the situation. This white steed, we have a purging, a clearing. You know, I don't know what they call that, but that gate on the helmet is up, so you see your clarity. There's nothing blocking your view. You're determined, straight ahead. And I'm looking at the armor. Yes, because this is like something new for you, because this armor isn't worn out. So I can't say you've had a lot of experience with this situation. Person, place, or thing. This is something very new to you, but this is a definitely swift energy and you're moving forward. It's the news you're waiting to hear to get yourself going, and you get a move on and you do this. And, and you're charging here toward this situation. So I really feel for a lot of you, this is going to help end that feeling that you've been feeling, the anxiety and angst, which is not very much a Capricornian energy. But when you do go into that, you get into a deep funk. You've got to be careful of that. So you want to keep your mind out of the dirt, and you want to keep your head up, into the clean, fresh air, so to speak. Instead of being your head's in the clouds, we want you to just really seek some clarity. Go outside, get some fresh air, talk to people, get things out in the open with people about whatever this situation is. Like I said, if you're needing help with this, don't wait too long. This might be something very impulsive for you, and I know you're not comfortable with impulsive things, Capricorn, but once in a while you got to throw your hat into the ring and take a chance. Now, going on to the next couple of months, here's the Five of Wands. This is something very competitive for some of you. This is like, like I said, you threw your hat into the ring. So now this is very creative. So something with your work or love life, a career, school, whatever this is for you, this is like a lot of other people voicing their opinions or giving up their ideas and inspiration. This is work or a social situation. So if you had some challenges or confrontations or your trial by fire here, this is a nice energy where you're all getting it out in the open. You're expressing your creative ideas. And this is kind of like, when you're competing with people but not against them, there's a difference. And it's friendly competition, like you're all getting together and brainstorming. That's what this is for some of us. For some of us, this is a great time of sharing ideas and ideals and expanding on our mindset, whether, like I said, if it's 4 other people with you. There's a lot of excitement and vitality with this, okay? And it's an enjoyable experience for you if you take it as a non-threatening one. Now, that being said, some of you, this is that challenging argument. Like I said, this here, maybe you had things at a standstill and you were healing from. This is, you're having your day, you're ready to ride and get things cleared up, and everybody's expressing their thoughts and opinions, which we all have one of those. But it is about getting everything settled, finally. This is Saturn in Leo. So we know Saturn is like, let's get down to business and get this over with. And Leo's your ego. So there's a lot of ego involved, whatever this was. And if it's not about an argument, but you could say it's a relationship or work or school, whatever these things were going on, or even this is nothing to do, this is something new. This is like your ego and your time to shine. But they're saying to use generosity and an open heart in this situation. Instead of taking it as a threat, which you can, look at it as an opportunity for growth, especially with Saturn, okay? And the North Node is in Leo. So we know we want you to shine. We know you want to have your time in the sun. We want you to have your time in the sun, Spirit is saying. This is hard work and dedication. And sometimes you're going to get battered and bruised from it, your ego. Okay, but it's okay. You'll survive it. But look at it as what good is coming out of this, and how can I grow for this? How can I add to this situation in a positive, creative way? How can these people add to me in a positive, creative way? What is this in my life that all these people can offer me instead of feeling threatened by them? Okay? Growth, your Capricornia, growth. Now, this is kind of a really nice card for you guys, because this seems like I said, you got a lot of mishigas going here. You got stuff coming back and forth. But for some of you, it is love going in and out. It's something you're learning from. Either way, you're expressing yourself and with others and opening up. Here we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a beautiful card. And I always look at the aces as the hand of God, like a major arcana. It's a big secret. Because with the Ace of Pentacles, to me, that is the winter solstice, okay? Yeah, so that would be northern or southern hemisphere, whatever your winter solstice is, all right? This is the hand of God offering you new luck. Great health, stability, financial security, a great job or a new career. Physically, you're grounded. Your needs are being met. you're creating things with your hand. This is your vocation or trade, or, you know, even if you're growing things in the earth, very Capricorn, like agriculture. But it's solid work and dedication here, being paid off and rewarded. Now, it isn't forever and ever, but it is for a time that God is saying, take the coin, okay, and do something wonderful for yourself with it. This is your time for new business, a new job or career. This is success in those things. But all of this is the result of your work. The coin does mean health and wealth, but I look at the coin as knowledge also, and things that you love to do with your hands, you know, like a vocation, a trade, a hairstylist, a florist, you know, people who work even in the medical field, they're healing hands, even in the spiritual world, they are healers, right, and Reiki and whatnot. So this is definitely an opportunity for you to sit back and enjoy and relax, where you started out the year with, you know, you were relaxing because it was going to kill you. Whatever the situation was draining you of your energy, and you need to take care of your grounding energy, Capricorn. Here it's like you're grounded, you know, to Gaia, your flow is good, you know, your day in the sun, you're feeling like this is it, I'm there, I've made it, and enjoy it because you deserve it. And Capricornians love praise and accolades, and why not? You work so darn hard, you know, you do circles around other people, for Christ's sake, so you deserve it, the attaboy. You're doing a great job, okay? Now, the Five of Swords, we look at and like, oh, God, here we go again with this swords. Now, we have these fives, okay? We have the Five of Wands, which is your inspiration, social situations, work, career, ideas, divine masculine energy, all right, creating things. Now, with the swords, and that is our spirituality, it's the fire. This is air, the mental realm. Okay, and again, these clouds look so similar to the clouds, right, with our night. So this could be over with if it's the relationship. That's how quickly it'll be gone, and you feel like you got robbed in the situation. At the end of the day, you know, you're standing there like, you know, what was won, what was lost here? There's so much uncertainty. I have to tell you again, it is what it is. It was part of the catalyst for change for you. When these people write into our lives a situation of things, they are there as an impetus for us to change. They catalyze us to fulfill our potential. You know, like certain vitamins you take, and you take them together, they're synergistic. Like you might have calcium, and then, you know, it does its thing, and then vitamin B does its thing. But when you mix these two together, one synergizes the other to boost it. It's like nitrous oxide, right? In a car, you push that button. This person was there to push that button on you. They were there to synergize you. They were to force the potentiality. You know, like the calcium has a potency, so does the B or whatever. Well, this is pushing your potency. This person, place, or thing wasn't there for you to feel forlorn and left feeling lost and failed afterward. This is something that it taught you a lot. You know, at the end of the day, like I said, you know, you're looking like you feel like you got robbed, and there are other people involved in this situation too. So if it was a relationship, there was somebody else in the situation. But I have to tell you something, the perpetrator of this, they don't feel like, yeah, I did this, and even they're left not feeling that good about themselves. And if you feel like you can't trust this person or they did you wrong, well, you're right, because they did. And leave it at that. Because this is Venus in Aquarius. Now, I got to tell you, Venus in Aquarius is not a very comfortable placement. Venus is all about love and beauty, self-esteem, possessions, things you take through life with you. But Aquarius is very aloof and airy, as most of the air signs are. You know, I know everything, or I know this, and, you know, that they have a disconnect. And they can be very cold. So whatever this was, this kind of left you disconnected and cold from the situation. All right? But you're still grounded here. You know, if this wasn't you that perpetrated this, because you could be doing this to someone else and someone did this to you, there's empowerment still. See the two people behind. So if this is one of you, you're still feeling empowered. You can walk away from this and know that the sky will be clearing for you. Just look and see what else. And you are on solid ground. You see you're on this concrete here. The waters are calm in front of you. So there is a calm and peace from this. It's not like you're left destroyed from the situation. Mentally, you see it for what it is, and you realize that this was the best thing. So even if this wasn't about a love relationship, if it was something to do with news that you were waiting for about work, a job, a house, and someone got the house and outbid you, or you didn't get the car you wanted, or you didn't get your grant for school, put it into perspective in your life as what's happening at that time. All is not lost, okay? It's just at the end of the day, this wasn't the best for you at this time. This wasn't the right time for you to get the news that you're waiting for. And there are times I tell you, well, it's always. You don't always get what you want, but you're going to get what you need out of this situation. Because here we're ending your year with a magician. Now, the Magi is the first person that we meet on the journey of the tarot. Okay, this is the wizard. The tools of the trade are all set before him, and see, as above so below, he brings into form that lemniscate. 8 is a grounding stable of manifestation, and whenever I see 8, I don't know why, I always think of Capricorn. Maybe because they do bring things into form and are great manifesting people. But this is making things so just by speaking them or willing them into your life. This is like the tools of the trade, and you know how to use them. It's your desire to have these new ideas and options, to reach them, for solutions, whether it's love, health, money, new career, that second home, second car, buying a boat, whatever it is, this is you willing its soul. This is you having all the tools of the trade. So if you were working on a vocation, a trade, and you're very good at it, either you're, whatever it is, if you're a teacher, a nurse, a doctor, you're a songwriter, whatever it is, this is you starting to make things happen. You see how things are flourishing in your life? Everything is in bloom. You have this beautiful red robe around you, grounding stability, which we need for our Capricorns. All right, and then this white robe. Again, we have some purification. And see across the third eye too, he's got that band of white. So we know there's some purification going on with all the mental crap that went on for the year. This is all about you clearing your mind. Your eyes are open. Your third eye is open. You've got that energy coming in, through your crown chakra, through your prana, grounding you to Gaia. And the circuit is complete. The energy is there. See all this empowerment around you. The orangey colors are that of creation. What are you creating? It's anything you want. Your mental realm is focused with the swords. The pentacles are your health, wealth, and things that you work at with your hands and create. The wands are work in social situation, but your spiritual energies too, and life itself. And the cup is your emotions, things of the sensual pleasures. I feel loved, I feel happy, I feel successful, I feel appreciated. Okay, this is all made manifest. And with the magician, this is truly about your tools of the trade. You've got completely under control now. Like you've mastered them. And people are seeking you out for whatever this is. Now, if this isn't about a career or business for you, this is about you as an individual. You feel like by the end of the year, you got to hold on to everything. For whatever this was with this year, I'm not saying forever and ever, but you've got this growth going on. And you're feeling the clarity of it. Because you know what the Magician card? The Magician card is our Mercury energy. All right, and as I'm recording this, Mercury's in retrograde till the 22nd, and that is our trickster planet on the low vibration. Thievery, cunning, these things we were talking about. High vibration is mental clarity, speed, local things, transportation, any modes of transportation, siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles, communication, writing skills, okay? So with that, in that perspective, this card with Mercury is talking about mental clarity and great speed at getting things done. So this is like you think it, you bring it into form. Well, I hope this resonates with you. If you have any questions, you could always put them in the comments. I'll do my very best to answer them for you, but happy solar return, Capricorn. Happy birthday. Capricorn. And I do wish you a wonderful year. Thank you again for subscribing and liking and supporting me, booking readings. I really do appreciate it. As always, I wish you the best.